Welcome back to OT Sports. Today we got our Week 12 NFL game predictions. I just want to make this clear before we start. I'm filming this on Sunday, so 3 days before you're seeing this. These are always Wednesdays. It's still going to come out on Wednesday. I just had to pre-record it because I'm going to be out of town for Thanksgiving week. But you guys are still going to get your college basketball Monday, college football Tuesday, and then NFL, and then this obviously you're seeing it right now. It is Wednesday. There's going to be no NBA tomorrow just because I would have to have recorded it 4 days in advance, and it didn't really work out just based on how we kind of do the video. But we will have NBA every Thursday besides this week, besides tomorrow. So yeah, just wanted to make that clear. There's going to be no standings this week because I don't even know how the Week 11 games have played out. Some of them have already finished, but some of them are still going on. So if there's any injuries, just know I'm recording this on Sunday, November 19th. So I don't really know too much news if there was any huge injuries or kind of how the games played out. So I'm just going off what I base now. There's going to be no standings because we don't know how the Week 11 games are going to finish. And there's going to be no picks from everyone else. It's just going to be my picks because it's a little too far in advance to have all the guys send in theirs. So yeah, let's just hop right into the first game. This is the noon Thanksgiving game. It's Packers, Lions. Lions and Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving. Should be an interesting game. It is in Detroit though. And if you're one of the guys in the middle, they're all just in the middle because they haven't picked yet. So I'm gonna be the only one picking. Packers Lions. This should be a good game. The Lions have looked pretty good this year. It is in Detroit. I'm gonna go with them. I don't really trust Jordan Love too much. Jared Goff has been very good, and I mean, I do know the outcome of the game he played last week. They beat the Bears. They came back, so he didn't look too good, but the Lions did find a way to win, and I like seeing good teams find a way to win. The Lions are now moving to 8-2. They are a very good team. The Packers did beat the Chargers, but I gotta go with the Lions. They're just the better team here, and it's at home. And they always play on Thanksgiving, so I'm going to take the Lions. Commanders at Cowboys, kind of a similar situation. The Commanders did just look very bad against the Giants, and the Cowboys didn't look great against the Panthers last week. They did end up winning by 23. Kind of a similar situation. I can't go against the Cowboys. They're 7-3. It's at home. They always play on Thanksgiving, so they're kind of used to this. I don't expect anything weird to happen or like that. I gotta go with Cowboys. It's hard not to take them. They've looked very good this year, and the Commanders did look very bad last week against the Giants. They moved to 4-7 on the year. Not been too impressed from what I've seen from. I mean, Sam Howell's been up and down, but the team as a whole just isn't great. I don't think they're good enough to take down Dallas. And then we got the tomorrow's Thanksgiving night game should be a good one. It's an NFC West battle. 49ers at Seahawks. I'm expecting a pretty good game. Yeah, I'm not really too sure to take here. It's in Seattle, which I think is huge. I think the matchup is pretty even. I'm just gonna lean 49ers just because I trust their playmakers a little more, and they looked really good last week against the Bucks. The game is going on for me right now, but they're up 20. I do expect them to win. If they do end up losing, then I don't know. We'll see. And then looking at the Seahawks from last week, they're beating the Rams right now, but it is close. We'll see. I'm just going to trust the 49ers playmakers to get open, make some plays against the Seahawks defense. Tariq Woolen's kind of been having a down year. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to stop the 49ers offense. There's just so many weapons. Debo's healthy now. There is a lot of weapons on Seattle's offense, but The Niners defense is elite. I do expect the Niners. They're just the better team here. I do expect them to win. Black Friday game. We haven't really seen this. Dolphins at Jets. I think this could get interesting, actually. The Jets have kind of been winning some games they shouldn't win, but the Dolphins do like to beat up on the bad and mid teams. This Jets are a pretty mid team. I do expect the Dolphins to kind of beat up on them, I guess you could say, but the Jets defense is very good. I think the matchup kind of favors the Jets if I'm being honest, but I gotta go with the Dolphins. I just can't pick against them. They haven't lost to a bad team yet. They win the games they're supposed to win. I think this is one they should win. They're 76% chance to win according to ESPN. Um, they should win this one. It could be weird. It's a weird Friday game. It's in New York, but it's at 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why, but that's just what time it is. Maybe it throws them off. I don't know. I gotta go with the Dolphins. I don't think the Jets offense will be able to score enough points in this game. NFC South battle here. Saints at Falcons. This could get interesting. I think this should be a pretty good game. The Saints, both these teams have been pretty mid this year. The Saints are coming off the bye. Same with the Falcons. So both these teams coming off the bye. The Falcons just lost to the Cardinals before. Well, not the week before the bye. They were on the bye last week. The Saints just lost to the Vikings the week before their bye. So 2 weeks ago, I guess. So both these teams heading into the bye week last week with coming off a loss. They get a chance to reset. I think this game should be interesting. I think it could be a low-scoring game. I think it's probably going to be back and forth. I think the Falcons just are going to run the ball, and I don't think the Saints will be able to stop them. Their defense has been okay this year, but I don't know. This is kind of a hard one to pick. I actually might switch this if I'm thinking about this now. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I feel like they're due for a win. They're 4-6. This would, if the Falcons were to win this game, it would put both these teams at 5-6. I think that's fair. I'm gonna stick with the Falcons. I think they need to utilize Bijan a lot more. They haven't really been using him. I don't know what that's about. Arthur Smith needs to kind of figure that out. But yeah, they definitely need to utilize him more. I think they do in this game. They still have Tyler Algier. They have Drake London. They have Kyle Pitts. They have a bunch of high potential playmakers. They just don't really utilize them. I'm hoping they start to because that's what they really need to do. They also need a quarterback though. The defense has playmakers as well, but so does the Saints. Both these teams have a lot of playmakers. The quarterback play isn't really there. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. They're the home team. AFC North matchup. Steelers at Bengals. Now the big news for the Bengals. No Joe Burrow for the rest of the season. How does that affect them? I think it affects them a pretty big amount. They played on Thursday last week against the Ravens. They got pretty much dominated with no Joe Burrow. They couldn't really do much on offense. Joe Burrow left in the second quarter, and he's going to be out for the year now. It's unfortunate. Jake Browning did not look very good, and I mean, he didn't look good against the Ravens defense. The Ravens defense is very good, but I think the Steelers defense is probably even better. It is in Cincinnati. It's about a 50-50 chance to win. The Steelers could be. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think the defense is gonna throw Jake Browning off. They have some film on him already. I think Kenny Pickett should be able to move the ball some on the Bengals defense. It doesn't really worry me too much. The Bengals do have plenty of playmakers, but with Jake Browning in there against that Steelers defense, T.J. Watt, he's gonna wreak some havoc on the Jake Browning. I don't see the Bengals coming out on top. Panthers at Titans. This is kind of this is gonna be an ugly game. I think it's gonna be very low scoring. Both these teams have not looked great. The Panthers lost to the Cowboys last week, and the Titans lost to the Jaguars last week. They both lost by over 20 points. Two teams that have not been impressive at all this year. I think the Titans are the better team. They're at home. I'm going to take them. I don't know. I don't think the Panthers will be able to stop Derrick Henry. This could be a huge Derrick Henry game for those of you who play fantasy football. I would definitely start Derrick Henry this week. If you're not, or if you're thinking about it, I would definitely. They're probably going to get a lead. I think Will Levis should be able to show what he's got. Two rookie quarterbacks battling now. Will Levis, Bryce Young. Um, yeah, I think the Tennessee should have a pretty good game. I think they should be able to get a win here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. This is an interesting game. I don't know. This one's kind of 50-50 on who I'm going to take. The Colts were on the bye last week, so they get extra time to repair. I think that's huge. The Buccaneers did just lose to the Niners. I think the Colts coming off the bye, they get the win. They got some time to rest, get some time to prepare for the Bucs, and the Bucs just haven't really looked too impressive this year. Um, Minshew's probably gonna. This could turn into a shootout. I could see it. Um, I don't know. Both these teams have a lot of playmakers. Just the quarterback is not really there. That's kind of situation for a lot of teams in the NFL. But I mean, you got Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss, Michael Pittman for the Colts, and then for the Bucs, you got Shad White, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, K. Dotton. Even he's not a bad tight end. This game could definitely turn into a shootout. I don't really like either of these defenses this year. I think the Colts get it done, though. It's in Indianapolis. I'm going to take them. Patriots at Giants, two of the most beloved teams in the NFL. Um, well, I wouldn't say beloved, but these two teams have very huge fan bases. Both these teams are very bad this year, though. Patriots, um, 2-8. They're coming off the bye last week, heading into this game. They'll get some extra time to prepare. The Giants just came off a win against the Commanders, kind of a fluky win, if you ask me. The Commanders turned the ball over 6 times. Tommy DeVito actually played pretty good. He had 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. But I don't know. I feel like Matthew Judon could get some highlight plays in this game. I don't really trust Tommy DeVito. I know he did look good, but the Commanders' defense is pretty bad. I think the Patriots have a better defense than the Commanders. And again, the Commanders had 6 turnovers. They were giving him field position. I think that's kind of a fluky win. I think the Patriots coming off the bye, I think they got some time to prepare. I think they go into New York and get their 3rd win of the season here. Jaguars at Texans. This is going to be a good one. We got some good games this week. Yeah, Jaguars head into Houston. Who would have thought this would be possibly for the division? Who would have thought? The Houston Texans, C.J. Stroud. When you look at the stats, if he was not a rookie, if he was not on the Texans, if he was not on a team with a 6-4 record, he would be probably the leader for MVP. If he wasn't a rookie, I mean, he is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's a rookie, which is scary to think about. The Texans are in for a bright future. Tank Dell is really coming into his own as a receiver. He's been great. The Jaguars just blew the doors off of the Titans last week, so they looked very good as well. Calvin Ridley had a pretty big game. This is going to be a good one. Probably going to decide the division. It's in Houston. I think it's huge. I think C.J. Stroud shows up for this game, and I think the Texans get it done. They've been getting some big wins in recent weeks. I think they continue their streak. And I think they take down the Jags. I feel like the Jags are kind of due for a loss. I don't know. I'm feeling the Texans. I'm gonna ride with the Texans. I'm gonna take them here to upset the Jags. They're at home. I really like the matchup, and I think they moved to 7-4 after this week. I'm really liking what I've seen from C.J. Stroud. Browns at Broncos. This is two teams. This is two teams. You know, it's in Denver, so you got the altitude. It could be a factor. You never know with the altitude. And that's what people love to say. It really is true, but it's a little over said. But I say it every time anyway. The Browns are don't look now without Deshaun Watson for playing most of these games. I think he's out for the year too. The Browns are 7-3. Um, it's crazy as it is to say they're 7-3. They just beat the Steelers last week in a pretty good game. Dorian Thompson Robinson um, gets in and he leads the team. Um, Dorian Thompson Robinson gets in the end zone. He doesn't get in the end zone, but he leads the Browns to a win, 13-10, a defensive battle, and they get it done. There's 7-3 now. I think they moved to 8-3 after this game. I think I'm just to see how the Broncos play against the Vikings Sunday night, because I don't know if they've won yet. I'm recording it before the game, but they're favored by 2.5 against the Vikings. I'm interested to see they were hot. If they lose against the Vikings, even if they win against the Vikings, I picked them to win against the Vikings. If they win against the Vikings, I think they would be due for a loss. And even if they lose, I think the Browns are just a better team. I'm going to take them. Rams at Cardinals. Both these teams kind of, at bottom of the NFC West. Not great records to show. The Rams are in a close game with the Seahawks right now. That was last week's game, obviously, for you watching this on Wednesday. They're in a close game. I don't know if they're going to pull it off. I don't think so as of right now. The Cardinals played a pretty good game last week against the Texans, came up a bit short. Kyler Murray has actually been playing pretty good. I think the Cardinals get a win, another win with Kyler Murray. I like the matchup here. It's at home. It's a division battle. The Rams have kind of been suspect through 11 games this year. Have not looked great. I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I think they get their third win and really help out the Bears for those draft spots. I hope they keep winning. AFC West matchup now: Chiefs at Raiders. This could be interesting because I feel like when these two teams play, it's always close. But I mean, the Raiders. It's the Raiders and it's the Chiefs. It's kind of hard to pick against the Chiefs. The Raiders have not looked great. They played a close game against the Dolphins last week. It didn't look too bad. It was pretty low scoring, surprisingly, 20-13. I just don't trust Aiden O'Connell to keep up with Mahomes in this one. Give me Mahomes and the Chiefs here. Bills at Eagles. This is going to be a very good game. The Bills need a win if they want to stay alive for the playoffs. They need a win bad. They're going to Philly, though. It's not a super far travel, but it's in Philly. It's a hard place to play. The Eagles are looking great. I don't know how they're going to play Monday night against the Chiefs. I think the Bills definitely have a shot. I really considered taking them here just because I think they need a win. But I don't know. I picked the Chiefs to beat the Eagles. We'll see how that goes Monday night. Obviously, I don't know yet. I picked the Chiefs. Do I see the Eagles losing two in a row? I don't know. I just don't really see it. I can't pick them to go lose two in a row. I gotta take the Eagles here. The Bills do need a win bad. Um, they're leading the Jets right now by 10 at halftime. They should win that game, hopefully. They do need a win, but I gotta go with the Eagles. It's just the Bills are actually have a higher percent chance to win, according to ESPN. But I just can't see the Eagles losing two in a row if they are to lose to the Chiefs. If they beat the Chiefs, funny enough, I might feel better picking the Bills if the Eagles win. But I do think they're going to lose. So I'm gonna take the Eagles, and then the Sunday night game, Ravens at Chargers. The Chargers are just struggling to find wins. Their coaching, they need to fire their coach. I've been saying this since the first week of the year. They just have so much talent, it's just getting wasted. They're 4-6 now. They just lost to the Packers last week. I mean, it's just getting bad. Ravens are 8-3. I just can't trust Staley. I just can't do it. They need a new coach. Gotta go with the Ravens. They've looked so good this year. I think they pick up another win. It is in SoFi at night, but the Chargers don't have any fans, so it shouldn't be too much problem. No, obviously I'm kidding, but well, they don't really have much fans, but it is in SoFi. That's a hard place to play. But I'm still gonna go with the Ravens. They've just looked like the better team. They've looked so dominant this year. I've been really impressed with what I've seen from them. And then finally, the Monday night game, Bears at Vikings. This could get interesting. The Bears looked pretty good against the Lions last week. They did come just short, but Fields looked good. He did get strip sacked by Aiden Hutchinson for a safety to end the game. So that was a tough way to end it. But Fields did look good throughout the game. The Bears were actually almost dominating the Lions for most of the game. They were winning most of the game. The Lions did come back in the final 30 seconds with a David Montgomery touchdown. Now they go to Minnesota. I don't know. I just can't really see them winning this one. I mean, for the Bears. Actually, well, there's no Kirk Cousins, so you can't say primetime Kirk. But the Vikings usually struggle in primetime. I'm actually gonna switch it. I'm gonna go with the Bears. I don't know. I'm just feeling them. The Bears usually don't lose both games to the Vikings. They're usually pretty good against the Vikings. And the defense looked good. They were getting Jared Goff to turn it over against the Lions offense. The Lions offense has been one of the best ones in the league. And the Bears defense looked pretty good. I think they should be able. Now Josh Dobbs is a problem because of the scrambling. That could get bad, but Fields brings the same thing that's hard, and the Vikings defense hasn't been too special this year. So I'm actually going to go with the Bears. I'm going to switch it. I'm going to take my team. Screw it. They look pretty good against the Lions, and I don't know how good the Vikings are going to look against the Broncos Sunday night. I haven't seen that game yet. I'm interested to see how it plays out, but I'm going to go with the Bears to win this one. So, yeah, that's going to do it for a Week 12 game predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We do college basketball every Monday night, college football every Tuesday, NFL every Wednesday, and then NBA every Thursday. There's not going to be a video tomorrow just because I'm out of town and I couldn't really record that one. It didn't really make sense to, just based off the format of the video. But you can expect those 4 videos every week besides this week, but you still get 3 this week. But yeah, that's going to do it. As always, my X and Discord are linked in the description. You can follow that. You can join that. Whatever you'd like to do. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys I'll see you guys Monday with college basketball. Enjoy your Thanksgiving and enjoy the NFL games on Thanksgiving. They should be pretty fun to watch.